Hello everyone, welcome to this series of videos where we are working on AZ-104 Microsoft Azure Administrator labs that are available on the GitHub. We have started working on implement virtual networking in the last video, and we have created and configured a virtual network. In this lab, we're going to complete the task 2, which is deploy virtual machines into the virtual network. So let's get to it. So in this task, we're going to deploy virtual machines into different subnets of the virtual network using the ARM template. So in the Azure portal, open the Azure Cloud Shell, and then what we're going to do, click the upload download files, and there is a lab template that's already available to us. We're going to use that lab template, and once that's done, we're going to create a new resource group, and then we're going to run this PowerShell command, and that should deploy the virtual machine. Okay, so let's first look at what is this file is all about. Okay, so let's do a Google search on it. I don't want to get out of this page. So if you just go there, so this is the file that they're talking about. This is your file that you need to provide. So let's look at the raw file, and let's just first save as say desktop, and AZ-10404 VMS template, that's fine. So I'm going to save this one, and if you just quickly look at the template, it's again a couple things that are always required: your schema and your content person. And then since this is a virtual machine, so we have things like VM size, name. Looks like there are multiple VMs that it's deploying. So VM0 name and VM1 name. Default value is picking up from here. Description, VM0 name, VM1 name. Admin username, and then admin password. Virtual network. Which virtual network? It's 10404 VNet1. Looks like the network that we have already created. And here it's passing some other variables. Like the NIC, what is the name of the NIC1, NIC0 and NIC1, then what subnet, subnet 0 and subnet 1 that we have created in the previous lab. Anything else that's interesting? Type, always pay attention to this. It's Microsoft Compute virtual machines. Location and all that is pretty straightforward. Anything else that's interesting? So that's the second VM. So this is the first. You should have similar parameters. It's a virtual machines, and that's about. Now even I think here we are even specifying the address space prefix for this virtual machine. So where, what kind of address space, what subnet we want to be those virtual machines to deploy. Okay, so this is kind of what we're going to work with. Okay, so let's go back to the lab. So let's start over here. Go to our Azure, and to go to the PowerShell, you just Cloud Shell, you just click on this icon. It should pick up. It may go to the bash because I was using bash in the last exercise. If you are in the bash, just click on the drop down and go to PowerShell, and it will give you a warning. You just say confirm, make sure everything is okay. And because we're going to use PowerShell, we need that. So we have done this. Here what we're going to do, upload and download files. So now we're going to upload this file that we have created in our environment, and to do that it's pretty easy. If you're watching my series of videos, we have done this before. Just click on the upload over here, desktop, and this is the JSON file that we created. So, and it's telling us upload is complete. So this is now available in our cloud drive that we're working. The next thing, hold on, it says you might need to upload each file separately. So there are two. So we also need the parameters file. So let's go to the parameters file as well. Let's get that one as well. So parameters file is this. So let's look at the raw file. In the parameters file, what looks like what they're providing us is the admin username and the initial admin password. Okay, so let's get that one. Save pages and parameters. I want to save it in desktop. Okay, that's good. So let's go back to our lab and let's upload the other file as well, which is the parameters file, and both of the files is now uploaded and available in my environment. Okay, so let's close this one. Let's go back to our lab. So once this is done, I'm just gonna create a variable for the resource group name, and once that's there, this is the PowerShell command that we're gonna run, and let's look at what it's doing. Again, as most PowerShell command, it starts with a verb. It's a new AZ, that's the new Azure resource group deployment. Okay, so that's the resource group we're going to deploy. Resource group name is RG name. A template file is this file that we have uploaded, and template parameter file. So what parameters to use with this template is, this is the other file that we have uploaded. Okay, so that seems pretty understandable, and wait for the deployment to complete before proceeding to the next task. So once we are done, let's hit enter, and we just have to wait for a couple of minutes. There are many things that's happening right now, and one thing I noticed, when you deploy things from a cloud cell, the notification does not show that it's going on. So that's something I feel like, you know, Microsoft could improve. When you do things with the portal, the notification shows up immediately, but if you do the deployments and everything through the PowerShell or using the CLI, they don't show up in the notification window. I think that needs to happen. So that's a feature I would think that, you know, I would like to see at least. So I'm going to pause the video for a second, and once the deployment is done, we'll come back, review it, and we'll end the video at this time, and then in the next video we'll work on configuring private and public IP addresses of the VMs that we have deployed using this command. So give me just a few minutes. Alright, it's probably not even a minute that I paused the video. So it says this template deployment that we have ran, deployment name using this template, under this resource group, provision state is succeeded. So that's saying it thinks that it has completed the deployment, and let's see what it has done. VM0 name is this, VM1 name is this, we have that student name, password is not shown, and virtual network name is that network. So you would expect them to show up in your resource group once you go to, where is our resource group name in this resource group. So let's investigate and see what we are seeing from the CLI. Is it truly available in our resource group? So I'll go back to home, go to resource groups, and I'll just search for that particular resource group. So it's here, so I'm going to click on it, and there we go. So it looks like the deployment, and it happened very fast. I was expecting it will take a little bit longer. Let me minimize this window. So what it has done, it has created our network interfaces, created the VMs, created the disk and everything that's required, and everything is placed under the AZ10404 VNet. So let's go to the VNet one more time. So in that VNet, let's look at the subnets. So here is the net that we created. So subnet 0 and subnet 1 is still over here that we have created in the first part of the lab. So I'm pretty happy with my deployment. Everything went well. So let's go back to this page real quick. So yeah, we have verified everything. The deployment has gone well. So I'm going to end this video here, and in the next video we'll start working on the task 3. If you like the video, please give me a like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and good luck with the exam. Thank you.